Looks like I'm freezing up again. I don't know why. Anyway, hello you guys. Good afternoon. My name is Marlene and this is Marley Grace Creations. Welcome to my Facebook page. I thought I was going to be late. Well, I am 1 minute late. I looked down and my paint brush water was filthy where I did something early this morning. It left my brushes in there. That is the worst thing you can do. So, just because I said I did it, don't mean it's okay to do it. You should not leave your brushes down in the water as long as I do. And you should dry them on their side, by the way, not up or not down. You should dry them on their side. Anyway, hi Jill, how are you? Good afternoon, y'all. Hey, Emma Kay. Hey, Miss Carolyn, how are you? Good. Hey, Diane. Hey, everybody. Hi, Terry. Okay, hi, Jill. All right, y'all. Tonight, hey, Ava Jo. Hey, Emma Kay. Thank you for the stars. Hey, Nancy. Hey, everybody. I'm going to redo this. I know some of you are already cringing. I know you are. I can hear it. I'm going to make over this. I'm not doing the inside. I want it left alone because, the cake's in there and I don't want paint in there. So I'm going to redo this cake cover, antique vintage cake cover. Thank you, Emma Kay. I'm going to put you down so you can see. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Hey, Marlene. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. There's going to be some painting and some drying. It's just the way it is. Just what I got to do. I'm going to try not to make it any longer than it has to be. And I'm going to use, let's see, a big old soft makeup brush for this, I hope. Yeah, let's do it. Let's use a big old, ooh, that one don't look so good. I don't know what oh, it's okay. It had soap on it. Y'all, do you know how to clean brushes? I know that's a dumb question. I always take my soap and wet my brush and do like this until it's clean, till the suds are clean. Because look at me, I'm talking way down in there. Because sometimes you think that brush is clean, but there's still some stuff way down in here. And then you start painting and it starts bleeding down in your paint. And next thing you know, you have gray paint or pink paint or whatever it was, So I always use, hey Tammy, I always use soap. It doesn't really matter what kind. Castile's probably the best, but I don't think it matters. And do that until it gets good and dry. Anyway, I know Tammy's probably cringing. I am going to paint this cake cover and I'm going to put a transfer on it. This is nothing special. I have my grandmother's, but this is not it. So, it's not going to go in the landfill. It's probably going to be used forever and ever this way. So let's just get some paint on it. And then I may put a top coat on it. I'll test a little spot. Let me see. Is this a Prima? Is this a Prima redesign? I believe it is. If it's a Prima transfer, it doesn't have to be slick. It likes chalk paint, so probably not going to be as bad as we thought. Hey, Deanne. Fun project. Well, I hope so. There's always that chance that you're going to be fighting with that transfer to get it on here, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. Let's get it down in all those grooves. See all those little grooves? Thank you, Deanne. See, this is pretty easy. You can't go out of the lines. Can't do nothing except get the paint on it, right? And it's kind of a stark white looking in there because it's white. Did I just squirt paint all over me? I don't think so. But if I move it back some, you can kind of see. I know it's going to be kind of horrible for a little while, but trust me, you guys. Hey, Stacy. All this is chalk paint. That's it. Just chalk paint. Has everybody had a good day? I've had a very busy day. Had to go to the doctor this morning. I talked to the pharmacist later this afternoon. They called in some medication, told me it would only be $800. I'm like, you can keep that stuff. So, anyway, I called my doctor and she said, nah, I'll give you Staples. See how it goes for a while anyway. That's crazy. I already take a $1,600 shot, or I forgot. Anyway, a lot. So, all right. Let's get this dry on here. Now, that is the first ugly coat. Hey, Margaret. It is plaster. You got your napkin today? Napkin, one napkin. Did you? Good, Betty. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got it. I had a mix-up with the Donnas this week. I sent Donna Young's to Donna Waters and Donna Waters to Donna Young's, but they're in the mail and they're traveling in the right direction again. No, what, MK? Hey, Laura. Hey, Stephanie. This is drying pretty quick on this metal. That's kind of good. You got yours today? Well, you got a whopper of a bunch, didn't you? Donna Waters got a bunch too, but she wasn't supposed to. And she got a good treat. Talking to me about getting my napkins. Oh, it's okay. Apparently he didn't yet. But they were all mailed the same day, y'all. Except for Donna's and Donna's. I had to resend them. You got yours today? Good. Good. I'm going to have Caroline tomorrow night. I still might have a napkin sale. I don't have a huge amount because I showed you tons of stuff. And a few of the things that I have also are repeats because they were sold out before everybody got what they wanted. So I'll show those and we'll see. But I am going to have Caroline tomorrow night for the night. So anyway, hey Joe. Hi Diane. Good, you got yours too, Diane. I keep hitting this and bumping the paint. Ugh. All right, let's get a little more on it. That should grab the next coat. This coat looks a whole lot better. It's covering pretty good. So. Just paint, dry. Do you like taking big surfaces or tiny surfaces? What do you like to paint the best? Like little tedious things, little details, or big all? Had a cake cover just like that. I wonder what happened to it. I don't know. I know. I think Carla is probably at work or something about trunk or treat today or something, maybe at her church. I don't know. Let's see. I think I've got it just about all the way around. Big things. Need a napkin, light, peach, floral, and something olive. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll look and see. I'll look and see. Okay. There's a lot of grooves, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to put paint in those grooves and put some like antique wax in there and then wipe it back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think I have it all covered pretty good. Now, when I start putting the transfer on, if the transfer doesn't pull paint off, that's what'll be fun. If it does, I'll just have to stop and not do any more, and I'll just have to finish it another time because it's not worth fooling with it if it's going to do that. So. I turned my TV on a little while ago for the first time in months. Commercials, 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 politics, commercials, presidential. I mean, it's the time for it, you know, but I forgot how much I didn't like TV. This stuff gets hot. Centerpieces go to Bonnie. Yeah, they do. Oh, good. Since they haven't left yet, you can readdress them. Okay, now I just wonder. It may be okay. It may be okay. Hi, Missy. How are you? All right. This was not my first choice of transfer. My first choice of transfer was way too big for this. So, you know how it goes. All right. Let's get some scissors and see what we can do. just going to take some planning. So, you guys, I'm going to be looking down a lot if I don't see your comments. Or, I know, I'm glad you don't have it mailed out yet, Dan. Whew, that was close, right? Let's see. Oh, this doesn't have any lines. Is that front? Is that top? I don't think I want it to go all the way across that top. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I do. Let's try it. Yes, it was close. Just say on the live that if you seal it before putting the transfer, the paint won't come off. IOD, that is true. IOD. Sure. Sorry, Terry. This is Prima Redesign. Prima Redesign loves chalk paint. And then I put a top coat on top of that. And so this is it. This is the pieces that are in it, y'all. That's the pieces that are in it. It's kind of pinks and purples and olive greens. You know, like I said, it ain't my first choice, but I can live with it. I can live with it. I'm just trying to figure out where to place it. You know, where to place it. Okay, let's see what this does. This one. So here is, can you see? Here's this great big piece. And here's this great big one. And you don't have to use them like this on a sheet. All you can cut these out all you want to. And I may do that. I just might do that. We'll see. I don't know. Hi, Mary Jo. Hey, Donna Youngs. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Tammy. Okay. That might be, wait a minute, this might be my top with the butterfly. Okay, we're just going to start. That's all you can do is start. If it starts coming off, then, you know, I'll have to do something different. This will be a short live. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's important. That one's important. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, Cindy Gray. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. And there's all these little crevices. That's okay. I did a whole dresser one time with a transfer. It was Christmas. And the whole dresser front just about was crevices deeper than this. It was a pain. It was a pain. But it turned out beautiful. It cracks. It's okay if it does. Oh, it's perfect. It's not scratching the paint. The paint is happy. Prima Redesign. Did I finish answering your question? Hey, Margaret. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Tammy. I don't think I finished answering your question. MK. IOD, pretty much, and you can play, you can guess if you want to. You can play with it, and if not, redo it. But it's safer to have like some kind of slick top coat because it grabs it better. Prima loves chalk paint, and it's happy with whatever. Better than slick. Sometimes it's just as good. I think it depends on the surface that it's on. But this is going on perfect. Perfect. And this is plain, dry, rough chalk paint. It's just plain chalk paint. No top coat. And this is one of their, this is called Dreamy Florals, y'all. Hi, Sandy. This is called Dreamy Florals. And it is one of their, they call it their mini transfers, I think. One of their smaller transfers. So they're a lot less expensive, and you can put them on a lot of things because they're not so huge. My favorite one, I still haven't used. I think I'm going to have to do my milk can or something because it's really big. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Yeah, well, that comes from watching a whole lot of videos, asking a lot of questions, taking a lot of classes, and doing a lot of furniture. That's why. What is OD Designs? What is Reba Rose? Reba Rose, is Reba Rose napkins? Or, I mean, transfer, decoupage paper? Maybe. I don't know much about Reba Rose. Prima Redesign is transfers, paint, all that kind of stuff. And OD is too. OD stands for Iron Orchid Designs. And they have tons of beautiful stuff. It's expensive, but, you know, you get what you pay for, right? So, it's getting there. It takes a lot of elbow grease. Rice paper. There you go, Stacy. Thank you. Rice papers, Reba Rose. She has some beautiful stuff. I have not bought it. Usually when I buy decoupage paper, rice paper, I usually buy Roy Cycle, and that's it. You know, I'm not promoting that. It's just what I love. I love Royce's papers. They're huge. They're inexpensive. They decoupage easy. Let's see what we got. I'm good. I'm good, Phyllis. I am good. Ta-da! Look at that. Nothing on it. If there's nothing on it, you're good. My hands are not sticky or dirty or any of that, so I'm just going to use my fingers and burnish this down. You can use the back of that paper if you want to. Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It looks hand-painted. Oh, I got somebody with Chinese writing watching. How about that? Wow. These transfers are pretty inexpensive, Donna. These are called the mini ones. I think they call these the mini ones. Discover Our Decor Transfers Minis. Yes, they do. Mini, Prima Redesign mini transfers. Thank you, Deanne. Thank you, y'all. Okay, now we are going to start with the side over here and see how far we need to go with this. I don't want it to overlap. I want it, if I have to do it a little bit sideways, that'll work. That's perfect. Let me see how far it needs to go. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, and you guys, don't do what I just did. I just stuck my finger like right there. I'm really lucky that that didn't pull some of that off onto my finger, which is very hard to get off your finger, but it also leaves a hole. However, if you ever miss a piece, like lose a piece, whether it's stuck to something else or it's stuck to your hand or whatever, sometimes if you drop these and they come loose in the backing, it's called they fall on themselves and they pull some of it off. All you have to do is get you some paint, get a little paint palette, mix up some paint, and just keep on until you mix up the right colors. Dry it too, and then just get a little art brush and just dab and just kind of touch it up. So, Prima Redesign, R-E-D-E-S-I-G-N. Donna is one word. Yeah. R-E-D-E-S-I-G-N. They have let's see. They have waxes. A lot of the waxes I use are Prima. I love their waxes. All right, let's kind of find a spot that this is going right here. I like the way that looks. And I'll show you in a minute why, what I did, and where I'm going to start. See, I just kind of went close to that, but not all the way. And I'm not going to try and push this down. Let me push down a little more. I'm not going to push that down. I'm going to get this done, and that'll pop up, and then I can push that down. You'll see in a minute. A lot of... Where'd my stick go? Oh my, where'd my stick go? I lose everything. Everything. That is pretty crazy right there. Let's find another one. Thank goodness I have a lot of them. Okay, let's just use a... I don't know what the design one. Hey, Connie. Girl, I haven't seen you in ages. Whoa, that just went down. I'm trying not to, though. I want this to pop up. I want this to pop up. And I'm going to put that down. Yeah, it's determined to fall off of here. It is determined. Okay. This is kind of the way it's going to go. You see there's a lot up and out and all that. So... I'm going to get the part that's on here first. If you can't, don't overlap your transfer unless you absolutely cannot help it. Don't overlap it. This is paint. It is just paint on paper. That's all it is. How are you, Connie? Wow, that was easier than I thought. Very little cracking. Whoa, look at that. All right, now I really get to burnish that down. You see right now how it looks? It's got a little bit of wrinkle in there. You really can't even tell. A little bit right in there. But I'm going to burnish that down. And that is all going to go away. Now, when I get through with all this, it has to have a top coat. Secretly, y'all, eventually I hope to have a pink and green kitchen. I don't know when. Hey, Lisa. How are you, honey? But anyway, if I ever get a pink and green kitchen, I'll have some stuff, right? Or I can redo it. Okay. There, we got that much done. Now, let's keep going around, around. Okay. This is kind of purplish. It's too big. Let's see. Do I have it all up here? Am I hiding some? Nope. That's what I have. Okay. All right, let's cut this apart. Let's see. right here. We can add later. Okay. I thought, don't tell me I've lost my stick again. Oh, goodness. Okay. I want to kind of separate some of that purple. So let me go. This will fit right there. Barely touch. Barely touch. So let's go ahead and commit. Once you put this on something and you stick a little bit, you're going to commit because you're not getting it off. If you do, probably won't be pretty, you know. So don't even try. Just let it go. Unless it's way in a crazy place, you know. But this is just going in the grooves. That's all. Hi, Vicky. It's just going in the grooves. So who thinks I've already ruined the cake plate? Who loves it? I know when I first started putting paint on this, I bet some of you were going, "Ah, I can't believe she's painting that cake plate cover." It's okay. Let me get around here so you can see what I'm doing. Thank you, Terry. I'm going to be able to cut a little bit of this apart, I hope, and a little bit, and kind of piece some together, too. You can see how. All right, see, that is done, so I need to pull that up. It's holding on to some right here, so I got to manipulate that a little bit. But I'm going to. You like all this pink and purple, Terry? I can't remember what colors you loved. Was it pink? Was it purples or what? I know MK loves purples. See, it looks like, oh my gosh, you have to manipulate it a little bit. Hey, Jeanette. You like purples too, please. All right, let's see what I've got hanging on still. Okay, there's a little piece that's got something. Where does it go? I don't want it there. So let me just pick it off. Push that down. There's a little black and white or gray piece I don't even want there, so I'm just going to remove it. Make sure your fingers are dry, nothing sticky, not sweaty, no lotion, no oil, none of that before you do this, or you'll be sorry because you'll start rubbing it sideways and you'll get holes in it. But once it's down and you commit to this, it's pretty much not going anywhere. Okay, that's what we have so far. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I like it. Okay, let's see. I want to add some more pink. I don't want to keep going purple here. So, all right, I'm going to cut some of this out. Okay, let me see what I got left, because I have one purple flower and this right here. Let's see what I can do here. I don't want to use it all on one side. Thank you, Mary Jo. Okay. That's upside down, but I think I may do it. No, I'm not. It's obvious. Okay. Let me cut some out, not have to deal with this great big sheet all at once, because you don't have to. I'm just cutting some of the design and just separating it with scissors is all I'm doing, just separating some of it with scissors. Okay, so that's what I have. You see I cut around that, I have the leaves, and so I'm going to use this. Don't touch the paint stuff. Let me go right. Wait, I don't want to go up there too far. Let me go that way. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it that way. You see, it's real crooked. I want it crooked. Oh, yes. Much cheaper. These are much cheaper than IOD. IOD is really probably the most expensive. I won't say Prima is better. IOD, I love IOD products. Prima has more my taste in products than Prima, I think. But as far as money goes, Prima's probably, and they're even, Dixie Belle Paint has some. They're called Bells and Whistles, I think, but I don't like them. I don't think they go down very well. I don't think they stay down very well for the money. I just don't like them. You can get one and try, of course. You might love it. Some people do. I have no idea who sells Prima. No idea. I go on Etsy and just shop, look around. These, the place where I had my booth, these minis, the place where I had my booth, she sells them. But she's local to me, so she doesn't ship. So if I was looking for one, I would go to Etsy, I think. Unless you have somebody in your area that's a distributor. Now that's where I go, because they need your money. You know, they have product they're trying to sell. So, okay. Now, see, I cut that apart. It was long. I cut it apart. And I just I'm going to add a piece here. And I'm probably going to add, well, I don't know. I don't have another butterfly, I don't think. But, okay, let's take some of this. I'm going to put it next to that because I want more purple here, because I have purple here. Well, I have purple there. All right. It doesn't even matter. And that is up a little bit. It's pretty, though. Okay. I'm just going to pretend that I did not cut that one apart. And I'm going to turn it this way. Am I? No, I'm going to turn it this way. Right now, I'm just playing, y'all. Right now, I'm just playing. Well, I can't cut this apart much, so I am going to use this one this way, because this is pieces. This can be pieces. It's not, but it's going to be. And that way, I can use these pieces to fill in, you know. So, I'm just going to use this purple flower right here. And then I can take some of the pink off of there. I think I actually bought 2 of these. I could go over there and get in my stash, but I think I'm not. I think I'm going sideways here, y'all. I am. I'm going sideways. Just commit to that. I'm going to do the front to not worry about the top right here. I'm not worrying about what's going to go over right now. It may go down on its own. If not, that'll be next. You can't really manipulate. I don't know how to explain it. If some's up and some's down, just do the up or do the down. Does that make even sense? Country family roots. Hey, girl. Now, see what I have right here? Can you see? See, it's kind of, see in there? It's just kind of up in the air. The rest of it is probably good. So I'm going to check all that before I get to the top. Make sure I've used top. Yep. Okay, it popped up. So that means now this is pretty much flat. And now it'll kind of manipulate itself. Transfers are not crazy about going on top of transfer. You can. Some work, some don't. You just never know. And there's too much leaf there. It folded over on itself. I'm going to pull some of that off. And I'll put it down with a top coat and it'll be fine. But if I didn't put a top coat on that, it will come up pretty soon. Hey, Fred. Fred Tommy Tyner. That's a tongue twister. Okay. Now, I need to kind of fill in some little places. So I'm going to, see, it's on my finger, can't get it off. I'm going to find a little bud or something to go right there. This is perfect right here. So let's get this little, let's get these two flowers. See these two? I'm just going to cut those two out of this group. And that's going to go right down there on the bottom and fill in. And if you've got a little green edge or pink edge on something, when you cut out, get it off because it's going to transfer too, unless you want it there. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Okay, see that little bud? Now, you want it floating in the air. I think it needs to go right there, right on the bottom. And that's going to fill in that space really good. It needs to be straight. I don't want it on the lip. Sometimes I want it on the lip. I don't want that on the lip. There, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, see. Just enough right there to fill in, just enough. Where's my stick? Y'all, I've got a video on YouTube I put on earlier, and it's going to air tomorrow night. And by the way, y'all, I'm in, actually, I mean, this is my page, but I'm doing Thrifty Thursday with Take 5. So, it's an awesome group, too. But I have a video that airs tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with that group. And you guys, do me a favor, do everybody a favor. When you go to YouTube, if you're watching a video, watch it all, or most of it. Give those people some watch time. And if you don't want to watch it all, watch as much as you can, even if you have to let it play and go brush your teeth or whatever, you know. It helps. Okay. Let me find what I want out of here. See, I still have a bunch to choose from. See all that? Hey, Dorothy. Hey, Joanne. let's cut out some, let's see, this little tulip thing here. And some leaves, I think. Let's see how far I want to cut. That'll work. That'll work. I think that's good. Just be really careful and cut out just what you need. Don't say, well, I'll just cut out this big old chunk, because you've got stuff around it you can use. But if you just cut a big old blob and then trim it later, then you've wasted a lot of it. Hi, Dorothy and Stacy. Welcome, you guys. Okay. This is just a piece of a tulip and a leaf that I cut out. It's just, now my finger is stuck to that paint because there's nothing left. So I've got to be very, 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 see there? I got some leaf on my thumb. So I'm going to lose a little tiny bit of that leaf. It's okay. If I want to later, I could paint it back on. I'm just rubbing, rubbing, rubbing till it releases. It gets kind of cloudy. Let's see if we can get this to release. Yeah, I did. There, that little piece of leaf looks good. That's on that bottom edge. Let's see how much more we have to play with here. What do I need? I don't need much. I wish I had one more butterfly, but I don't, so it's okay. Just cut a little bit more of this flower. See there? Isn't that pretty? Hey, Karen. Hey, Rhonda. Now, this is what I was talking about. Let me show you. You don't want to touch the paint. See, can you see that edge right there? This edge right here. If I, you know, didn't look really good, that was there from the other side. If I didn't look at that, that's going to go down. And if it's right in the middle of a white piece, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb and you'll hate it forever. So look around at your pieces and make sure you don't have any of them little bitty extra bits, because you can't hardly get it off later. You cannot get it off. Well, now that I've got it cut, I don't know where to put it. I don't know where it goes. It could go there. Could go, well, it could go here. I'm just going to have to add something else to it, so I will. Welcome, you guys. But it's pretty amazing how 99.9% of the time, Prima sticks to chalk paint. Really good. OD probably wouldn't release on this. There we go. Now see, that's just kind of floating in air, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to add something to it to kind of anchor it down here in a minute. Make sure your hands are clean when you're doing this. And I don't mean clean from paint, because mine are clearly not, but it's white paint. I mean like dirt or, you know, lotion or all that junk. Okay, I need another piece right here to kind of anchor that down. Well, that looks interesting right there. I'll show you in just a minute what I'm cutting out. I'm cutting out just this part of this bud. That's all. And I'm going to attach it right in there just to kind of anchor that down. Hey, Linda. It looks like somebody's been sharing today. Thank you so much. Now, that is anchored. See, it all is attached to something. Hey, Miss Creative Roots, how are you? How are you, sweet girl? Okay, let's get, I have a tiny little white flower there. See that little tiny white flower? It just needs to be somewhere on its own. But you guys, if you have never joined Take 5 to watch videos, y'all, it's a great group. And they are very patient with this old brain of mine. How are you? You're doing good, Corey? See, all it needed was just, see that little flower, that little tiny flower. Just gave it something. But I still have this much, and I am not going to waste that. That's going on here somewhere. Hey, Barb. Be doing pretty good. This is beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Corey. Yours are too, girl. I've been taking a watercolor class, and whew, it is kicking my behind. But it's so much fun. It's so different than acrylic. So different. Hey, Jerry. So different than acrylic. It's fun when you can wet your palette and let that just flow there. That's my favorite part. Where do I want this sweet flower? Where can it belong? I think it can belong right there. Yep, it can. Okay, let me show you this. Let me show you before. It might be committed. Yep, I'm sorry. I can't take it up and show you. But this piece, this stopped, and there was room. So I just stuck that right there. And so it anchored all that together. And it looks like it belongs there. It looks like it came there. It did not. It's okay. These things are made to cut apart. So don't think you have to get one and go, okay, let me slap page 1, 2, and 3 down. And what am I supposed to do with this extra space? Don't do that. All right, let's see. I have a little bit of a crocus, a little bit of purple crocus, a little bit of white crocus. Let me fit these in there somewhere. Let me just kind of cut around those a little bit, and I'll anchor those in somewhere. I know you're not, girl. Trust me. Trust me, you're not. Oh, gosh. Every week I go, I'm not going to ask no questions. Not going to ask no questions. I can do this. I don't need their help. I got this. And then something will come up and I'm like, darn, I got to go ask another question. It's okay. It's okay. They're good at what they do, too. All right. I'm touching it. Let's see what I can do here. Oh, I don't want it stuck to my finger too much. I just need to add a little bit of crocus somewhere. All right, let's put it there. I just stuck that little bit of crocus there. You know, it's not exact. It is, and I love acrylic. I've been painting with acrylics half my life. You know, I started painting toll paint stuff years ago, and I still love it, but I just thought, let's check out Now see, look, this little bitty piece. Isn't that beautiful? That little tiny little piece of crocus. Thank you, Tammy. All right, let's see where we can add this little bitty bit of, if I can not ruin it. Let's see, where does it need it? Maybe over there by this crocus. Yeah. Yeah, let's put it right there with that crocus part. Yep, let's do it. Or tall paint is cool. It is, but you know, I am so out of practice. I've got some books and I look at them and go, oh, how did I do that? But I'm so out of practice with tall paint. Tall paint's pretty hard. It wasn't then. It would be for me now. But watercolor's fun. And I was so proud of myself, and I finished the class, and I showed my kids, and they're going, that's cool. Like, no big deal, Mom. I'm like, come on, y'all, that was hard. I do, too. I love them, too. I love pink, but I don't do a lot with pink. But I can see a pink and green kitchen in my future. I really can. My husband can't, but I can. Let's see. Can I anchor that there? I believe I can anchor that there. Why, by George, I believe I can. Let's see. Let me cut that out. And look at that. It's like, where would you put that piece of stuff? Let me show you where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it, nestle it right beside of that. So you see how plain that is right there, and it stops. Let's stick this in there and show you what happens. You see, I'm touching this film. I'm not touching that paint. That is paint there, y'all. So what I'm going to do is take that cutout part. Well, you can't see it. Let's hope I don't drop it. That cutout pink and green part right there. And I'm going to put it right up against this. Right, that flower is what stopped right there, remember? So now it doesn't look anything like the piece I cut. Hey, Janet. Let's get this on there. Okay, y'all. Guess what? Guess what? This is all I had left out of that transfer. I'm serious. That is all I had left. I used the whole transfer, and I was able to put it most places I wanted, and just cut it up and move it around. Now, this is a sample that they gave, and this is a cabinet that they painted, and they put, you know, half of it here and half of it here, and they were done. That was it. And I was able to cut it all apart and get it all over this whole thing. So, throw all these papers away, and then I'm going to put a top coat on this because it has to have a top coat. Sharon and Debbie and Tammy, hey, you guys. All right. If you guys are not following me, please go up there and hit that follow button. And I also have a YouTube channel, and it's Marley Grace Creations, just like this. So you guys go there and check it out. All right. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use Fusion's Clear Tough Coat. That's what I'm going to use. Oh, don't shake your top coat. I know better than that. Okay. And don't use out of your bottle. You can't use out of that bottle. It's too little. But don't use out of your bottle. And I have a beautiful lid to this. But my husband's going to have to do some work to that, so I can show you the lid, but I won't be able to show it to you on here because he's got to cut the screw down for me. I've got to make a hole in the top there. This is creating bubbles. I've got to do this slower. It's creating a lot of bubbles. So what I'm doing is actually kind of picking them up. You can't even see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. There you go. See, in my group, do you sell your creations? I do. Yes, ma'am, I do. I do. I have a booth, and, you know, if anybody's interested, they can private message me. I used to have auctions, and I'm considering doing one now. I have a whole bunch of stuff in there on a cabinet that I still haven't even taken to my booth. So I am considering a sale. So did that help answer your question, girl? Hey, Susie. Hey, Loretta. Well, I'll tell you what, y'all. I'll probably have the prettiest cake plate at the next church social. What do you think? What do you think? And you can do this to glass. You can buy cheap. Thank you, Mary Jo. I love how it turned out. This was not my choice of transfer because I'm not much of a purple fan. I am getting better at it. I have bought some purple shirts lately. But I do love it. I do love it. You could decoupage napkins on this. You don't have to buy transfers either, y'all. You can cut napkins apart and decoupage it on, just not much different. You just won't be rubbing it on. You'll just be decoupaging it on. And you can do that. You can do it on glass. You can do it on metal. This will make an awesome gift. Wedding gift, housewarming gift, Christmas gift, birthday present, right? So, perfect gift. Who wouldn't want a one-of-a-kind cake cover, right? Okay, looks great. I'm just kind of going slow, and what I'm doing as I do that is picking up some bubbles. Because if you go fast with a top coat, what you're doing is creating bubbles, and I don't want bubbles in there. It makes it rough. You can sand this a little bit, and it won't hurt it. And then you could put a second coat if you wanted it to be real durable, you know. And you could, if you don't have a top coat, you could put dishwasher safe Mod Podge on this too, and it would work fine. The only thing is, Mod Podge sometimes yellows. So, you know, if you don't want it to age, if you don't want it to look yellowed, I don't know that I would, because you don't know what's going to happen in a year or two. But now the paint I put on this is not stark white, so it's gonna age a little bit. Okay, y'all, that's that. It came from a high-end boutique. Yes, it does, Kathy. How are you? Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, thank you. Had one butterfly. I wish this one had a couple more. I would have placed them around, but it didn't, so that's okay. It is shiny, and it's gonna dry shiny. This is a little bit of gloss. And this is just Fusion's clear tough coat. So it's a top coat, but it is very strong and durable. You can wash this. You can't soak it in the sink. Hey, Becky, you cannot soak it in the sink. Hear me good. You cannot. You can take a soapy kind of wet rag and wipe it off if, you know, if there's cake icing or something on it. But you cannot soak it in the sink. If you do, your transfer is going to come off. It might take it a while, but it will. If water gets up under any piece of it, it'll start peeling like clear coat on your car. If any of y'all have ever experienced that. And this is going to be the lid when my husband does the, cuts my screw off on there for me. That's going to be the lid. So, there you go, y'all. What do you think? I think it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you guys for the stars. I appreciate you being here too. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, that's that. You guys, thank you so much for being here. And go check out my YouTube channel. I have about 100 videos. Close to 100 videos. Thank you, Emma Kay. And if you're catching me right now and that red button is not up there that says live, then you're watching the replay. And that's awesome. You can just scroll through what you don't want to watch all of, and you don't have to hear the chatter and hey, 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 and all that, and just watch the video. So it's really cool. Thank you, Tammy. It's really cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got a glass plate because I have, hold on, y'all. Just hold on. I just got this glass plate, and I'm going to put that on that, and then I'm going to put this glass knob. So, there you go. That's how it's going to be, all of it. All right. Thank you so much for hopping on, and today is Thursday, so I will see you guys next Tuesday. But check out the videos on the Take 5 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I'll see how it goes. Y'all stay tuned for napkins tomorrow night. Just stay tuned. If I decide in the morning that I'm going to have a napkin sale, I don't have as many as last week, but it's still a good bit. And some of them, you know, I don't have 20. I might have 6 or I might have 14. But anyway, there you go. All right. Good night, you guys. If I can hit the finish button, why won't it go?